We grew up being told groundnut oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, these are the healthy options. It's called heart friendly, doctor approved. But when we actually started researching what these oils do inside our body, we changed our entire kitchen. I mean, the entire kitchen. And today we're going to talk about what we exactly found and how this has shaped our worldview, especially around oils and things we eat. Welcome to this channel once more. I'm Timothy and I'm here with my co-host, my wife. And today we're still doing it together at this point, but hopefully we'll get a third person where we'll debate some of these things and we'll comfortably, have that discussion around food and things we eat. But before we go far, how's it been, ma?
Things have been good.
Especially from our last video.
Yeah, so I think things have been really good. I think it has also pushed me to reevaluate a lot of things when it comes to diet, especially talking about it you remind yourself about the why you started what you started, and then you don't drop the ball with what you're supposed to accomplish. So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was saying it just later during the week that I think I should go back to autophagy so I can help. I said, God of autophagy, help me to get back. But before we go down that lane, so what are seed oils? Yeah.
So I think it's really important to understand when we say seed oils, for people to understand what we are talking about. So usually seed oils are. So when we talk about seed oils, for example, the sunflower oils, canola oils, groundnut oils, or what you call it, vegetable oils, which is not from vegetable, actually. But all those types of oils are what we call seed oils. And we call them seed oils because they're extracted from seeds. For example, the seed of groundnut, the peanuts, what they call it peanuts here, but it's groundnut, we call it back in Nigeria. So they extract the oils from it to make these kinds of
the oils,
the heart-friendly oils that we use. So why we are at this point, I don't know, should we say whether we're for or against it, but it's just why we are having this conversation about the effect is especially how it's processed. So for example, we eat granules on its own, peanuts, but we don't use peanut oil or granite oil to cook. Why? Because it has gone through industrial processing. It has gone through just heavy processing. A lot of chemicals have gone through it to deodorize it, to remove a lot of things that are necessary from it. So essentially, you're just getting this plain, nice looking, but very dangerous oil that you use in your household. So that's what we're calling as seed oil.
So from your definition, it looks like the processing will really matter. And I think I used to ask my mom a question growing up that this thing does not taste like granite. How come, granite oil should taste like granite literally? And that shows that it should taste like granite. I mean, if you see the raw granite oil from just granite, they scoop the water, you would see it tastes literally like granite. So because the conversation around the oil we eat at home, palm oil, which is not so processed as much as some of these industrial oils called seed oil. So very, very nice example. So we're still not at whether it's good or bad, but if you were to look at what are the pros and cons, especially around, let's start with the omega-6 problem. And
sorry, before we go to omega-3 or 6, so speaking of processing, should we talk about how things are processed here industrially versus how, because growing up we had we used to get palm kernels, so that's where you get the palm oil from. So we get the palm kernels itself and actually extract the palm oil, and you see
you step on it.
Yeah, step on it, so it's not going through the process that's the industrialized palm oil have gone through to get to where they've gotten to. So the issue just the processing or the seed oil in itself?
So there are two things, and it was going to be the next conversation. Is there both the processing one hand, and in that processing it undergoes a lot of oxidation at very high heat. that is actually the major problem, because if it's just the way we do it from where we come from, I think people step on it, then I can't remember the whole process, but I think they boil it
They put it like in a pit or something, and then they put it inside this
like water or something, then they begin to step on it,
for it to extract the.
then they boil it. I'm trying to. Oh, so how would you?
And I know, like, although, like, when we if you want to use it at home to cook, we just use the palm kernel itself and cook with it, because like once you put it inside heat, it will exactly, the oil will come out. So
Okay, yeah. So I think those are the two major issues: the fact that the high heat in production, also usage under high heat. So if you take the seed oils and let's say you use it with just salad or something, you are still in that good range. That is seed oil home produced by you. But when it comes to from the industry, I think based on all I've read, it looks like the yes, how it has been processed will play a very big role.
so is the high heat, and also the, okay, like you talked about oxidation, like it's causing oxidative stress to the body, so it has undergone high heat. Some of them have like chemicals added to it to like remove color, to deodorize it, to remove the odor, so that it will be marketable. So all those are.
Now add vitamins. My problem is that oh, okay.
What are they adding vitamins for?
I don't know. Yeah.
I know it's something like maybe rice that they will add, like after they will not add what do you call it, synthetic vitamins to it, but I don't think they add vitamins to oil.
Just strip it, bleach it out like that, and okay. And then it looks nice and sweet.
Yeah, it does look nice, and it's cheap.
It's sweet. Yeah, and it's so maybe we'll get into it. Is it that granite plant out there, a lot of canola? Like, why is it always, or is it the bulk processing? Because I heard an argument too that if like palm kernel, for instance, if it's not so good that it has left its shelf life, like using it in just normal setting might, we'll know that it's not that good anymore. But when it goes through the industrial process, you rarely know if it's still good or not. Like the taste is already, like the taste will be the same with a spelt palm kernel or something like that.
That's so exactly what you said. So in the bid to preserve it, and and for the whole whole industrialization thing, like we want to increase volume of production, want to, which is sometimes is, we understand they want to meet up with demand and everything, because you cannot really wait for somebody to be stepping on the palm kernel. Like how many palm kernels can they step on for them to make enough for like a city or something like that? So, and also thinking about shelf life, because these things are biodegradable. They will not wait for you to be done with whatever it is you are doing before you know it has spoiled. So to in a bid to, I don't know where that's the motivation, but maybe in a bid to reduce wastage and also to meet up with the population demand, that's where this whole industrialization thing goes, because the truth is that we actually do waste a lot of food. Like even looking at like in Nigeria.
It happened to us recently, even sorry to button, just today. So we have avocados. So I looked at it and I was like, these things will waste. And they are all, I mean, if we ate it as it was, we'll spit it out. So what did I do? I blended it, I put banana and the protein stuff, and it now tasted nice. So I looked at it, I said, this is because I don't want to feel like I'm wasting something. Now imagine when I just need profit.
Exactly, and you have a whole barn full of these things that you have to make money from them. So I think that that would probably be the motivation behind all.
And these are things we hear online. It's not like, so let's say allegedly. Again, I don't know of any company doing it. I'm just saying these are reactions people use to why these oils might not be too healthy for you. But these are very nuance based. So it could, even if you get the best of groundnut and all of that, especially how it's made and the oxidation plays a big role in how your body can absorb it. Yeah.
So it's just the fact, like trying to avoid spoilage and everything. So it goes to the whole processing, this whole process, just to ensure that it's going to be stable, have it like stable shelf life. It can be on the market for 1 year, 2 years. It has not gotten spoiled. So I think that is probably why we have things like that. And obviously, at that point, they are not really studying its effect on the body. It's just how do we reduce wastage? How do we make profit? And how do we meet up with demand? Because you cannot push away that fact too.
Yeah, and I'll start with the demand question before we get to the omega 6, because many times the food industry, especially those that criticize it here, they always say it as if the industry is out to kill people. And that's where I disagree with them a lot. And I'm sure you say, oh, why do you have this channel if you disagree? They make it look like, what was this man? The man that invests in food a lot. Bill Gates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he just wants to kill us all. Like that's how they make it look like. And I sincerely don't think it's true. Because again, you have to look at the demand. For instance, in our own country, Nigeria, there's this uproar against seeds, synthetic seeds, for lack of words. But I was telling someone, I said, are we really against it, or we are just lip praising or something? Because we are shouting that we need more food. The economy is not good, there's no food. But somebody is saying, okay, I'll give you some seeds that will give you almost times 2 or times 3. And you're looking at health challenges. I don't think humans are really bothered. They just want to get the produce. So, really, I don't think they are out to kill us. If you produce low quality food, people will still buy it.
You who will buy from them?
Exactly. So if it's that ideology or that sentiment does not sell to me, they need us alive. But for them to sell whatever they want to sell, and that's why they are also trying to work on medicine. But again, that's just our thoughts on whether the food industry wants to kill you. I don't think so. They just want to provide.
Like when people want to like sell something or sell you an idea, you first you hear the medical system is killing you. They are poisoning you. They can be poisoning you, yes, but it's not if they are intentionally trying to poison you. So they just want to sell their market.
The ability to produce en masse would come with a disadvantage, and they are closing their eyes to that disadvantage as long as the thing is available. Yep. So let's go to the big boy. So one of the major problems is the omega 6, omega 3 issue. So what do you have to say about it?
Okay, so from our understanding of this whole omega 3 and 6, so they both play a role in the body. But humans actually need more omega 3 than omega 6. And unfortunately, these seed oils only provide omega, they don't provide omega 3, they only provide 6. But the body needs more of 3. So that's why we, like, people encourage things like fish, like eating fish, sardines, and everything, and or supplementing with omega 3 supplements like cod liver oils and things like that, just to increase your omega 3 levels. Because if not, if your body has too much of omega 6, that's where it leads to inflammation. Then we talked about the oxidative stress, like the body is stressed out, you are giving it too much things to handle, and it increases inflammation and everything. So
inflammation in its simplest form, because again, many people don't know these big terms. How will you describe it? Let me see if it matches my thoughts.
So what I will describe as inflammation, I would say it's your body's response to something negative. So like something negative is coming, and then its response is to just inflame. So I think that would be like my simple explanation about inflammation. Because I'm not giving like a medical definition for. Obviously, I'm sure that there's a medical definition for it, but I'm not giving it. It's like it's more experiential for me. It's like I know when I eat something, I feel a certain type of way, and I look a certain type of way. Like when I'm inflamed, I know it because I know that, for example, like my feet are inflamed, my hands are inflamed, and unfortunately, like because like when you're pregnant, you yeah, so you feel it faster than maybe like on a regular day. So I'm conscious of, obviously, because we are conscious of what we eat, I don't have that issue now. That way, that's see big nose, inflamed nose. So all those things are inflammation, and they are not normal. They should not be happening, and the diet is one of the causes of it.
Majorly, actually, one of the ways I understood it clearly was I was somewhere and somebody had a leg injury, and they were saying they should press it so that the leg will not swell up, and so the doctor said so it does not get inflamed. So I was like, oh, so this is the practical sense. So when your body is meant to look somehow, and then it's swollen, like it's fluffy, that is a very big way to show inflammation. Now,
Is the body's like defense mechanism.
yes,
Yeah.
is the body trying to help you, trying to say, let me store some fluid here, or let me just compensate for this, the pain over there. And we are used to seeing it outside, but actually you can have it inside. And that was even the I mean, when you hear some of these things, it should tell you why you should not, like, except, for instance, if inflammation is tied to eating beef, for instance, I will stop eating beef. It's really not about I want to sound right as much as I want to help. Yes, I want to understand. And once I know, okay, this is it, and they've shown it, then I can say, okay, I can stop this. I know this is not, seed oil will not be the only way it can be inflamed, but it's been tied to two things primarily: insulin resistance, which we spoke about in the last episode, and hydrogenated oils. At least for now, these are the two culprits. Maybe science will get more research against that. But just as she has said, I don't want to go with some of the data I've seen, but there's this data that said there's an amount of omega-6 your body can take daily. And taking seed oil, I think just 3 spoons, shoot it almost times 5. Again, all of these things it's a bit subjective because you have people on both ends trying to defend and to go against it. So, but me, I'm on the other end that we go against it. That's why I'm quoting some of these things I see. So it just shows that your body cannot handle as much. Now imagine how we have been living our lives, especially from where we come from, where now frying is not the problem. Frying is not, okay, sorry. Let me get her water. So frying is not the problem, actually. What you used to fry will become the problem. And I'm sure somewhere in your mind, so what should I now use? We'll get to that at the end of the episode. But before we go to what you use or that we use that has shown to reduce it, let's talk about the oxidation. Because what we don't know also is that different oils, just like crude oil, I'm using that bad example, but crude oil responds to heat and gives off different outputs at different heat range. So that means every type of oil will respond at some, particular heat. So what will you say about oxidation?
Yeah, so oxidation, and I think we talked about smoke point. Yeah. So usually, like once you heat up any oil, I think Nigerians relate to it's like where you heat palm oil, you are trying to you want to bleach the oil, yeah. So you
the particular taste.
Yeah. So it does have the heat on, it heats up and then it releases the smoke. So like every oil has a smoke point. So and usually once you reach that smoke point, it begins to affect the quality of that oil. And also like multiple uses, like reusing oils, which is also something that we are guilty of as a people. Not talk about us, but just reusing oils. And
that was a knowledge stuff at some point in Nigeria. I don't know how it died off. Like families were advised not to reuse oils. It was like a healthy stuff then, but for some reason
money is tight. So so that and the number of times like people reuse oils also plays a part. So so to speaking of smoke points, like once you heat different oils have different smoke points. That's the amount of heat they can withstand without causing oxidative stress. So for these kinds of commercial seed oils we are talking against, like the groundnut oils, the vegetable oils, the canola oils, they have very low smoke points, which means little heat will make them unstable. So their stability is already broken down. That means you are not actually, what you are getting in your body is not actually that oil. Unless
stable, like there's how I saw it in the paper. They looked at the compounds, the chemical compounds, the CHO, and they showed how it breaks down really fast. Yeah, go on.
So unlike maybe something that's been cold pressed, like for example, cold pressed olive oil, like vegetable oil, and you eat it cold, like you're not heating it, it's better for you than when you begin to start heating it up. So even though yes, for example, like olive oil has a higher smoke point compared to like the conventional groundnut oil or vegetable oil, but still they are still not also advised to use it to heat, just like keep heating it up and also reusing it. So that's why like we have switched to fats, not okay.
So, yeah, so to start with the concept of the oil, as you said, and you explained this perfectly, because we, in our journey, we switched. We switched to olive oils, and we felt like, oh, we are there. And that's why I said we don't marry knowledge. We are open to hearing what is, what people are saying, what is happening, and even how our body will react or respond. And so then we started olive oil. We went for the best. I mean, we bought like, as in, we had about, I think we bought like 4 from Sam's Club. We had a couple of them. Looked out for, they'll say the olive oil must be in a particular can.
One sauce.
Yeah, I mean the can must be, there's a color.
And also like single source, like the olive oil must come from a single source, not like maybe one in Mexico, one in China, one in, yeah. So
when we did all of that, and then we just saw the research, I was like, oh, that once you heat it up, it also produce compounds just like the groundnut oil.
I think, but the people that actually like say to use olive oils is actually like people that actually eat salads.
Yes.
They'll ask you to put it inside salads because that is a fat. Is a fat sauce.
Tobek encourages you to eat it a lot, but he will tell you to use it as a salad dressing, which is something you can do. But we know ourselves that it's oil for stew, and the moment you fry, or dodo, thank you for frying, or fish or something else, and so once you fry it, you're getting the same response in your body as the hydrogenated oil that we are running away from. That's one. Number two, there's this peanuts we buy from Sam's Club, and just like where we came from, so they tried to fry it in groundnut oil. So like we were buying it feeling, oh, we're eating natural peanut, not until we saw that, oh, it's fried in peanut oil again, and you will see the taste. There's a difference in taste. The funny thing is that the raw groundnut is nice, but there's this taste the one fried in peanut gives. Oh, God. So crunchy with gari. It gives you like, oh. So I said, oh, because really, I mean, maybe what we'll do is some of the series, and I'll prep for it, we'll bring differences, and we'll show you, even in how it looks, it's oily, is this than normal granite. So some of these little things we found out by just paying attention and using ourselves as a gauge, because you'll feel somehow, maybe because we have been doing it for a while. So that's the difference between the concept of oxidation and heat. Heat will play a big role in how you want to use oil. So as we close this, what oil is good for us? So let's go to the ones we've been using.
Okay, so the ones we use now is primarily ghee and tallow. So tallow is from beef, is a beef fat, and ghee is from butter, I believe. Yeah, which is from beef. So they are animal sources, not from seed oils. So that's what we use now, and that's because it's more stable even when it's heated up. So that's what we use, and it doesn't cause the inflammation that the others cause.
It's low in omega-6.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's like the response to it. And if you now look at it technically, that will have been the fastest way to get such oils in the olden days. You understand? Just look at it. You need to kill. Today we have the pleasure of all of what we have, but just backtrack to the caveman days, for you to get it without having. Okay, let's say it's not during the palm oil season. So you just need to, it will be from whatever you kill that will give you that oil. And so that's why it's now obvious that, oh, this is why, and our body can break it down easily. Now, just a fun fact, would it also help you gain weight? Yes. I think that's one thing that people don't get, that you can eat healthy things, gain weight, and you will not gain like that excessive 300-400 pound type of weight. But if you eat all these healthy things, it's not really about weight gain or not. It's what your body can utilize, and how it can help your body synthesize food well. Another thing people ask is, what about blocking your arteries?
Yes. So I think that was the next conversation I wanted to bring up. So usually when people talk about like even me, like when I speak to nutritionists, what else, nutritionists, like even doctors, and we talk about and we talk about like health and everything, especially like diet, when it comes to diet, and they tell you like try to reduce your cholesterol levels. Because one time I did a blood test, because obviously like we said in
Those hold that cholesterol levels. I know you are good with that. And we forgot the concept of saturated and non-saturated fat.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll pick it up. Yeah, go on.
So I talk about
No, still stay with the cholesterol. You are a pro.
yeah, so of course we are still in the process of like we are testing things, we are treating things to see its effect on our body. So I think it was maybe last year or maybe 2 years ago. I went to get my like blood test, which I like doing actually for some reason. I just like getting, just want to see my levels. So I went to do like a test
I
of
don't want to see any levels.
no, I just like to because I want to see the response of what this thing is doing to my body. So that I try to track my levels, like vitamin A, B, C, all my levels, everything that's available, as long as I can, like my insurance covers it. So I went to do like a cholesterol test. I wanted to check my LDL levels, my triglycerides, my HDL, and yeah, cholesterol. And then when the results came back, I got a text. So like there's this app that we use to get the test results. And the doctor was like, oh, my levels are so high. Like my LDL was super low, like very low compared to, because I had checked it before we started like our whole like carnivore thing. And that time we were doing like full carnivore.
Yeah, strict.
Yes. So my
But now LDL might be high. Lord help us. It can't be too high, yeah.
So my LDL was low, which is a good thing, because LDLs are like how can I call them, like bad cholesterol.
Have two types of
So cholesterol is not bad. I think cholesterol in itself, because the body produces cholesterol on its own. So even
and it needs it to run. Actually, your body needs that fat to run.
exactly. So if you don't eat cholesterol, the body will still produce it because you need it. And if it's not able to produce it, then you need like diet. So your good diet will actually help it. And most vitamins are actually fat soluble. So, and we have some that water, like vitamin C is water soluble, but other vitamins like vitamin A, D are fat soluble. So they need fat. I think in a way some people actually demonize fat. It's not raw, it's not bad. Yeah, fat is good. So your body needs that fat to be able to absorb these vitamins. So so I just went to go and check, and then my levels were obviously LDL was low, HDL was high, my cholesterol was high, and then my triglycerides were low. So and then we were like, I should stop eating. Okay, I had to do a panel session asking me what am I eating. I told them what I'm eating. They're like, that I should try. Which I gave all the advice that so try to reduce the amount of fat you eat, because we're doing, I think the ketovore, what you call like ketovore, like keto and carnivore. So high fat, high protein. So they're like, oh, try to reduce the amount of this one you eat, blah 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 blah, this and that and the third. So I just said okay. The only thing I took from it was that try to increase fiber, which is reasonable. I was like, okay, that I will do that one.
Reasonable why? But we'll get to that.
No, for digestion, like just to help with digestion. I was not constipated. Yeah, I know I wasn't, but I felt like okay, let me just do that. It doesn't hurt.
They show that you don't need this. What?
Yeah, so that was the only thing I took from. So they said that they wanted us to do a follow up. I said, to be honest, I don't really need a follow up. Like I will do what I want to do eventually, because I'm convinced that this is actually helpful to me. So
yeah, it's still catching up, because it just caught up recently with that form of science.
Exactly. So that's so usually people that always like preach against fat or preach against like this kind of, or like ghee and everything, because it actually has high fat content. A lot of fat, like even like fatty beef. No people will tell you that you want to eat chicken, eat chicken breast because it does not have fat. You want to eat beef, eat the cuts that does not have like fat. But
for me today, but
we are eating fat anyhow. So because of that high fat content. So because usually people now say that they tie it to LDL, but actually, like obviously I've used myself as a test. With the more fat I ate, reduce my LDL. It actually increased my HDL, yes, but HDL is good for it to be high than,
especially for a woman, hormonal balance.
exactly. So
That's another topic.
So they told me that okay, try to do this.
Make the right decisions. Sorry, I'm butting in.
So people that like are very worried about this whole cholesterol issue. I know the time I was telling my mom that I eat like 10 eggs, she was like cholesterol. But I was like, I said, don't worry, I'm checking it. Like, don't just worry about it. I think yeah. So that kind of thing. So people like doctors that say, oh, try to like don't eat too much of these like fatty foods and everything because of LDL. I would say is wrong because they are confusing the fats. So they are putting all these seed oils in the same category as like ghee and butter. When I say butter, not Nigerian butter, like the actual, not margarine. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do another one. Margarine and butter, they are two different things.
Yes. So they just put all of them in the same category and just say avoid it, or they put like processed meats, like all the salamis and everything, in the same category as beef. So there are different.
I think it's this one that they roll that they sell in shawarma nowadays. Hot dog and sausage. That yeah, don't eat that one. We don't preach it. You can only eat that when you maybe cannot afford high. It's still better than eating sugar in that sense, but again, it's not an ideal food. Yeah.
So they just put everybody in this, put all of them in the same WhatsApp group and say avoid it. But actually, we have to make a distinction between the types of fats that we're talking about. That we're talking about like actual fats from animal sources and not the seed oils that cause inflammation. So the seed oils, they can increase your LDL levels definitely, but the animal fats don't increase your LDL. They can increase HDL, but they actually reduce your LDL.
Not, I mean, the animal fats would not. Okay, maybe everybody we are different. Let's see. You can also test. I mean, if you are younger, you can do things like that and see the response. But yeah, it's been good. And one of the perks there is that just look at practical things as we close this. Is when you switch, your taste buds would shout. It was the first time we tasted it, we were like, though I think we used it to fry meat. The meat was actually very nice. Now there's no difference to us now. But that day we were like, what? Is this what we have been missing?
Yeah, another I think what we use like duck fat or something. They were like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Even making Nigerian stew, like those that we like, if we make stew for people and they say then when they come back we say, oh, we didn't use anything, we didn't use Maggi or anything, or we didn't even use palm oil, and we're like, what? You mean that's it's just from animal fat, curry, thyme, and meat, and we're done. So you need that switch. I don't know if your body will react to it. I don't know. I'm not sure we reacted to it.
It was like it was already a long time coming. Like we're already making gradual changes and everything. So it was not like a shock to the body that what are you giving me?
So just to again reiterate, olive oil is good, but when you eat it in its cold, in a cold fashion. But one of the best, just look out for animal fats. Hopefully there's this doctor in Nigeria. What's his name again? Is it my favorite? I'm trying to get.
My favorite on that.
No, I'm not sure that's him. There's one particular one that is also carrying this message, trying to tell people. He even used it for some diabetic patients to just increase their fat. That's his own switch. That don't stop anything yet, but increase your normal fat. Stop the oils, increase that fat. It's expensive to get in Nigeria. Really, it's really expensive, but I mean, it's healthy. Or just go to abattoirs or places like that. Just get the fat from the ora, and use it to cook. And you, I mean, the taste is phenomenal. Like that taste is like you will never go back. You will never go back. A friend gave me egg, and I just said, okay, let me just taste it. I was like, what? Like the oil, it sends. I could not eat it. So something. I think the only time I think this rice. I think maybe they used some form of oil. I could taste it. The one they gave us at the GSA, I could taste it. That's maybe something I've tasted, that granite oil recently. But ghee, tallow, dog fat, those three.
Lard, butter.
Yeah. Anything from any animal fat would work well. That's what we have been using.
Okay, yes, that's
not medical advice, but that's what we have been using, and it's been working for us. And again, is it good for newborns? We've been training our child on it all through his life, and that's what he's used to. That's why we really wanted to see that it's a whole lifestyle change. We changed a lot of things. That's even what we use for our cream.
Yes, exactly. So like our cream,
It's the maker of of.
I'm the cream manufacturer in the house. So like even what we put on our body. So especially tallow, beef tallow contains lanolic acid, so which is helpful for the skin. So the skin barrier, so it helps your body, yeah, because it helps your body to absorb. It has other like vitamins like A, D, E, K, C. I'm not sure of C, but
I shall know you used to have pimples and a lot of things, but recently
yeah,
everything just there, nothing there again.
yes, so it's both internal and external. So that's why we changed a lot of things. So it was a holistic thing for me. So I will not say it was just diet change, and I will not say it's just the like topical change. It was just everything together, all join. So, but yeah, but the beef tallow actually helps like your body helps moisturize. I think it's more moisturizing than. I feel like I think there was one time I had to use like somebody else's cream on my body, like this lotion. It was just somehow in my hand. I was like, I would rather not have
Two things. Or when you bath with a soap that is not the soap we use, we also have to change our
soap. Like our soap also is tallow. Yes, tallow based soap. So tallow and well, what's in it? Yeah, tallow and goat milk. Yeah, that's what our soap is.
how does it foam? And
No, it has a soap base.
oh, soap is okay.
So, but the main ingredients are tallow and goat milk. So, goat milk also helps to it provides gentle effect. No, I'm selling goat milk. It provides.
Do goat milk as another topic. Maybe next week. Let's budget that for next week.
So, but yeah, we use on our skin we use beef tallow. For our skin, and I don't think we've had any problems. Our skin it doesn't look fine. It looks fine. So
Well, yeah. I must confess, really, like at some point I was having those dark knuckles. Now I'm dark normally, so but I think I just like how my body just. I mean, everything is just even, and I'm just there.
yeah, I think I believe it actually helps with like evening out complexion. Like even just looking at myself, I feel like my skin complexion is evening out. Did that one time I was looking at my legs, I was like, I used to have dark legs. I was like, well, my legs are now matching my thighs. Like it's not as if one is darker than the other.
Also, we use shea butter too.
Shea butter. There are a lot of things we use like natural sources, shea butter, coconut oil. So all those things, those are the things we use for like our bodies. So we don't have to reach for the SLS and all these like commercial creams. Yeah. So
That's it for this episode again. That's why we stopped hydrogenated oils. And I think we want to start a challenge. Most probably, I was thinking about the challenge. Maybe we'll do one. We'll buy an Indomie pack. Just one Indomie. No, just hear the challenge. Buy one Indomie, or maybe four. We'll keep it for 4 to 5 months or 1 year. Then we'll do so let's buy like 4. We'll do like in the 3rd month, we'll buy a new one, cook both of them together, and see if there's a difference in taste. Then we'll do that continually. No. I'll do the tasting. I'll get somebody that eats it, and also I'll do it so that it's not like I'm trying to poison anyone. But I'll tell them the challenge and what it entails, just to show that many of these food items that we have in the stores, many a times the expiry date is almost infinity. And that should show you something, that's what you're putting into your body. It's quite, I know the argument is your body can break it down, but what if it cannot? So the whole idea of that challenge is to let you see how you need to, as much as possible, eat something that can spoil. That is the whole essence of how you can begin to start that healthy eating. When it can spoil, it means it's somewhat at least good for you. Then we can now start to look at maybe insulin response and things like that. So that's all we have for this video. Any last words?
I think my last was about like the whole seed oil thing is to be curious. Be curious about what is going on in your body, and especially like what these foods are doing. Like we said in probably the previous, maybe this episode, that it's not as if people are out to destroy you, but at the same time, know that all the things are playing a part. There's an effect on the body. So if you close your eyes to the effect, when things happen, you'll be feeling like, I don't know what happened. I feel like the person was healthy. The person just collapsed one day. So, but I think your body has been giving you signs. I think just paying attention to all those soft signs that the body is giving you that something is wrong. Something is wrong. I'm trying to work with you. Please work with me back too. So those kind of things. So just being in tune with your body. I've sounded like motivational speech, but just being in tune with your body and understand when the body is giving you signs that some things need to change.
And for me, just there's this question around longevity, living long, and many times we want to take it very fast to spiritual, which is true, as spiritual, but again, many times we have a hand in it, especially with what goes into us. And so if you can critique, look at what am I doing, when am I doing it, I think it will help. Even with water itself, there's a study that shows how not to you can over drink water, actually. And so things like this, it's not like we are just trying to buzz around with knowledge. We just want to stay healthy. Thank you for watching. And again, see you in the next episode. Peace.